third day of the web series on global entrepreneurship, survival post-COVID-19, jointly organized by Department of Library, Thiruvallur College, and ASDF International United Kingdom. It's my pleasure to extend a cheerful welcome to you all. Your presence makes us very happy. Today we have the speaker from the land of white elephants, yes, from Thailand, Dr. Audi Kalayanamitr, telecommunication expert and pioneer, having rich experience in many fields. So if you see the impacts of COVID-19 takes a heavy knock on the household wealth and consumer confidence. It affects the consumer spending. Consumers are very concerned about the financial futures. Finance is going to be a major challenge to all kinds of business people, small business, medium business, even for big business people. COVID-19 has disabled the production and supply chain. See, for example, Indian call centers are severely affected. They are a service supply chain. Banks in America highly relies on call centers in India, but call centers in India are in complete lockdown. So these kind of abrupt lockdown, businesses have no time to inform global partners. COVID-19 crisis is actually a testing time for leadership. So people, business establishment, entertainment industry, hotel industry, etc. are eagerly waiting for when the normalcy will return. Experts say that normal will be a new normal. So Economic Intelligence Unit forecast for the year 2020, it predicts that the GDP of Western Europe will go down by 6%. USA will go down by 2.8%. So in contrast, China, the GDP will go by 1%, and India will be by around 2.1%. So these are some positive factors from the Asian countries. To this prediction, Raghuram Rajan, a top economist, says that a lot depends on the measure we take and the extent of lockdown we have to impose. So these are the words of Raghuram Rajan. But I would think that being entry into positive territory is on the optimistic side. So anyhow, the economy has to be restarted and rebooted again. So you see that for the around the world, the many countries are going with a strong stimulus package. They spend a lot more time, more money. See how the countries around the world are spending money to give stimulus. India is about 0.8%. This is first stimulus in March. Italy spent around 3.5%. Germany spent about 8%. America almost 9%. Malaysia spent around 16%. So if you see the second stimulus in the year, so in the month of April, so these are the packages announced by various countries. Here we can't find India. So India announced the second stimulus in the month of May 12. So it is almost 10% of the GDP, 20 lakh crores, including 1.7 lakh crore packages of free food, grains to poor, and cash for poor women and elderly. So these are the packages announced by various countries. If you really look at what is going to be the advantage of a post-COVID-19 situation, technology is going to be a major theme. Data will play a major role in business. Industries can change work practices with technology. Emphasis on tech is going to continue. So COVID-19 accelerated the adoption of new technologies and new business models around the world. So with these words, I conclude my speech. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was quite fantabulous to have your introduction speech. And my heartiest welcome to Dr. Audi Kalayanamitr also. Welcome, sir. Like we can see your bright face now with the backdrop of the telecommunications of Thailand office. So welcome, Dr. Audi. So I think you have to unmute yourself, Dr. Audi. Yeah, now I can hear you.
Can you hear
now
me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, I hear you now.
Yes. Thanks a lot for joining today morning session, Dr. Audi. So I thought of giving a small introduction about Dr. Audi. Dr. Audi has been like with the telecommunications, and the telecommunication industry for more than 4 decades. He has been a very good, successful entrepreneur, and he has been like a key government policy maker for various organizations in Thailand. So and presently he is now into the EIT as a president also. So Dr. Audi, can you just give the more information about EIT?
I think Professor Krishna, you know, and me as well. Maybe what you could do is go ahead and explain about my background. After that, I will go ahead and pursue on the lecture of what I have prepared.
Okay, that's great. Okay.
You go ahead.
Yeah. So you can go ahead with your lecture, Dr. Audi. This is only a small introduction. So we gave a small introduction about you, and your full biography will be published for the participants.
Okay.
Because yes. I know your biography is quite a very long one, which has which starts from the Thailand, it goes to the United States, it comes back to the United Kingdom, and back to the Thailand. So
that's correct.
So if I just take a lecture on your biography, then probably I need to skip the entire program and ensure that the program is only the Dr. Audi's biography. So in order to come out of the situation, so I gave a small introduction about you. Probably you can start with the lecture because people are very eager enough to listen to you. So probably we'll give the complete biography to all the people.
Okay, I will go ahead and start the conversation now.
Yes.
Because of the background that I'm more likely international people. I born in Thailand. After second year pre-medicine, I have moved and studied overseas and went to US and graduated the university there, both bachelor, master, and PhD. And after that, I worked as a professional engineer, like many people from India did that. This is the year of 1970. I was there for the last 25 years in the US. And after that, I come back to Thailand and set up my own factory, electronic factory. Since my background is on electronic, the result on that is I become the exporter and working with the parliament in Thailand. In the detail of that, I pretty much understand the behavior of both international and the Thailand legal in the term of parliament of Thailand. And since then, now I'm presently dedicated myself working for the Engineering Council of Thailand, and I'm now the president of Computer Engineering of Engineering Institute of Thailand. That's what my background is. So that since the COVID-19 has a hard hit throughout the world, the most important thing is our national strategy. The national strategy of which I am the lawmaker. I did drafting that bill. Now it become the constitutional of Thailand. With that experience that I have, I change the problem to become opportunity. Repeat again, I change the problem of the COVID-19 to become opportunity. So that the way how we run the old way of the business or conventional way have to be changed. Change means there's a lot of things that cannot be done regularly, so that I be able to enforce what they call the digital technology into the way how we can earn the money, or how we can run what we call the business model. The business model is very, very important one. The way how to do the job is different from what we heard. I don't have to tell you more. One of them is really strong impact on that is the e-commerce. The e-commerce is the proven way that the digital take over all the conventional retail shop and the wholesale, including the shopping center. That's one of the big impact. There is no time for digital transformation anymore, because they jump up from ground zero on digital, come across the transformation, going to the reality. Reality means the implementation right then. So that we have to prepare the whole country, the people that have to comply with that experience, so that I be able to do things that will be revamping the Thai people into both upskill and reskill. Repeat again, both upskill mean we do have about 250,000 Thai engineers in Thailand, both registered and non-registered. Those have to be upskilled. The conventional way of engineer has left out the digital technology. Now we have to have the digital technology as a baseline. Repeat again, as a baseline, so that all the Thai engineer must know how to use digital technology. It is the compliance. It is a must to do that, so that we have to get into the what they call the online specialist on demand, or even face-to-face class for that 250,000 of them in the whole country. As the first one. Unfortunately, the amount of the engineer that required in Thailand is not adequate. The government resolution from the cabinet resolution coming out last year require about 314,000 of the new engineer that must work in Thailand. With that 314,000 within the next 4 years, it is impossible to produce as much as 80 or 90,000 engineers a year in Thailand. So that we have to get the many people who has the background of science and technology converted by using what they call reskill. That reskill will be emerging of 600,000 science and technologists, which is not the engineer yet, to become engineer. And that's what it happened. Unfortunately, in Thailand, about a year ago, normally we have the compliance of 7 disciplines of engineer only. Now we have 17 more, so that altogether become 24 type of engineer. Let me say 24 disciplines of engineer that add it on. With this, I would like Professor Krishna help me to show in the sheet that the PDF file that I have presented to that, if you don't mind that.
Yes, Dr. Audi, like, we have, constituted the PDF file into this document. So if you want, I can show the PDF file also. Do you wish to go for with the PowerPoint, or do you want the PDF file to be shown?
Just like what you did it earlier.
Okay.
So that I will point out to you which one that relevant to what I'm speaking of.
Okay. Okay. Hope can you see the screen with us?
Let's see. How could I open up on the screen?
Yes. The presentation, you can see the screen which is going on here.
Oh, I see. I think the person has the chance to see that. Okay.
Yeah,
I
people
have-
are seeing this. All the audiences are seeing the screen.
Yes, I think the people have seen the picture on the screen yet.
Yes, they're seeing it now. Which
Okay,
slide
good.
you want?
Okay. Let me tell you, I actually am the adjunct professor of the very big university in Australia today, named Curtin University. Curtin has 80,000 students. 58,000 will be in Australia, and the rest will be in 5 countries, in Malaysia, Singapore, Dubai, Mauritius, and Sri Lanka. I have done the special cooperation to have the online and on-demand. Not only online. Online is very poor on the result. Online has only 10% of benefit on the result. So that we have to improve to be on-demand on that. The point that I want to show you is, if you can turn on to the page number 4.
Okay, just a moment.
Page number 4
Just
stated in Thailand has 24 disciplines of engineer that must have within the next 4 years. In original, 7 traditional disciplines has been happened during the last 75 years. We just added last year 17 more. You can see that is variety of the discipline of that. And let's go to the next one, which is relevant to what I'm talking about. It's a page number 6. Page number 6 is our situation here in Thailand. The EIT activity. EIT activity content of 2 sides. One side is today activity, what they call the engineer, which is, you can see the traditional yellow color market. That is 250,000 engineers that I'm talking about. That have to be upskilled, not reskilled. Upskill to be on the digital skill, because unfortunately Thailand has very poor on digital technology skill, so that we have to retrain the whole 250,000 of them to be on upskill level on the digital. Second one is on your screen, which is the clean color. It's non-engineer. This is the one that 600,000 of them must be conveyed and changed to be engineer. Yes, those guys are a must to have the reskill from the science and technology to become the engineer, to take the license, registered professional engineer. That's what it's all about. And the next one is the page number 7 is the detail of upskill and reskill of the program that what we are going to do online and on demand by EIT and Curtin University. Allow me to go to the next page, which is page number 8. Page number 8, it's description of the cabinet resolution last year that stated in the next 4 years, we must comply and produce as much as 314,000 engineers, which is impossible to produce in our university. And that's why we have to change the system of teaching to be online and on demand, including face-to-face. All 3 methods of that teaching will be implied. And out of that, the chart shows that 188,000 must be digital oriented out from 314,000 of them. In this case, I think you can see the big demand by the Thailand engineer. Can we open on the page number 11? Page number 11 is the flow chart of what we call professional engineer and professional scientist enter of that. Professional engineer must go to variety of the classes on the new 17 more. If you want to earn the registered professional engineer differently from original 7 of them. Remember that we're talking about 250,000 of them. They can earn more on the discipline by taking what they call professional diploma on the 17 discipline of that and take the exam after that. By using what they call upskill and reskill together. The professional scientist must take remedial classes on the what they call certificate of engineer in order to change the whole discipline to become qualified to become taking the engineering classes. That means similar to the professional engineer. But both of them, after that, they have to take the licensed professional engineer. Let's go to the page number 13. Page number 13 is 14, both of them, 13 and 14 each. Each discipline classes that has to be taken on the different subject on each discipline themselves. This is equivalent to the master degree program of Thailand. Remember, we have to convert as much as 600,000 scientists to take the engineering class, so that it's impossible to do that by face-to-face class manually. Luckily, page number 15, Curtin University already occupied approximately 20 disciplines within their campus curriculum, so that we be able to locate 4 more campuses outside the Curtin University in Australia to complete 24 disciplines that is stated on the page number 15. Okay, allow me to tell you more on the sheet, page number 17. This is the very important sheet. The way how we learn, we don't rely strictly on face-to-face class anymore. We have to go to what they call on-demand, so that there are 7 steps or 7 combinations of the class must be combined, including the old traditional face-to-face class, until the complete what they call performance support, which is relevant to the software that is artificial intelligence will be integrated within this. Yes, and will be measure our result through the page number 19. If you go to page number 19, you will see the measuring on that, which is KPI. In Thailand, the government will not measure from the output alone. They require outcome, which is equal to output plus impact plus the result, as you can see it on. And in this case, I think you can see the outcome, the KPI. We can comprehend approximately more than 1 million of the student. No, I'm sorry, 250,000. I mean, approximately 300,000 students altogether in 4 years. I have done. Professor Krishna, maybe what the conclusion is, Thailand is changing the problem to become opportunity by using the university and by using EIT working together, and more likely upskill and reskill approximately more than 850,000 students in order to comply with the new National Strategic Plan. During this COVID-19, we will be emphasized for the training. We will be emphasized on the basically retrain the people to comply with the new business model, which is using the digital oriented. 72% of the people that I'm talking about, 850,000, must learn digital engineer. Repeat again, 72 of that amount must emphasize on digital engineer. Without that, they will not allow to pass the registered professional engineer in Thailand.
That's
I'm
fantastic.
here. Yes, I have done that. Yes. You have any question? I can answer that.
Yeah, I think probably we can take the questions from the audience.
Yes, welcome to.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I am Rajasekaran. So you are from Thailand.
Yes, correct.
Oh, very nice.
From US also.
What will be the role of Indo-Pacific region in the global economy in the coming years, coming decades? So the Indo-Pacific region is very, very important. So almost all countries are concentrating on Indo-Pacific region. What do you think?
Can you repeat again, because my speaker is not that clear, my problem. And can you repeat what is your question again, please?
So what will be the role of Indo-Pacific region in the global level in the coming decades?
Okay,
So
allow me to say, to answer you as international person, the whole world is going to be changed. Professionally, practice have to be changed. The businessman throughout the world have to be changed. The first is the attitude have to be changed. Second, the skill have to be changed. The third one, the business model have to be changed. Three of them have to change to use the digital knowledge. I now at the TOT on your backside, you can see the screen there. Telephone Organization of Thailand is the largest state enterprise of the telecom. We are going to use the telecom to be the new tool of how to earn the money, how to run the country, and how to get the people mentality change. It is some part of technology coming faster than the people, so that the person like me who is 70 years old cannot retire anymore, because the knowledge that I have is so valuable and be able to more advance even than the young people. I have learned enough at Stanford University in Silicon Valley. In that case, the knowledge that I have will be the national roadmap in Thailand, in the whole world. If the person who is omitted on digital technology, omitted on the new business model, omitted on the skill, let them retire, because they cannot catching up. They will be delayed and lag behind. They should living based on the retired money only, not for the new type of the business as usual.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. One more
Fantastic,
question.
Dr. Audi. We are glad to learn that you are 70 years old, but you don't seem to be like 70 years old though.
Thank you. Professor Krishna, that's, you make up my day. I'm 70 years old last month.
Oh, that's great.
70
years is just a number. Come on.
Well, realize it or not, all my 3 daughters want me to retire, and they will take over that. She'll be the speaker tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
You can see that her style is more aggressive than me. And I want everyone that listen to me today, listen to her tomorrow. That's the younger generation. That's the winner of the whole world.
Yes, tomorrow we'll be glad enough to listen to your dad's Little Princess. We'll be very, glad enough to listen to her tomorrow. Yes, Dr. Rajasekaran, yeah, please go ahead with your question, please.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
In the coming years, which countries will emerge as top IT service players? Which countries will emerge as top players in the IT service sector?
Okay, good question. I'm here today to have a big meeting with TOT on 5G. TOT owns the frequency of 26 gig, which is 26,000 megahertz, 27 and 29. So that the way how we run the business in Thailand have to be changed. All the factory, all the sensor, all the IoT need to be changed to be 5G. That's the first area. All the industrial park, we have the 5G as a mandate to run. All the factory I'm talking about. The second area will be all the healthcare, all the hospital, that will be changed to be 5G also. That's the second area. The third is going to be all the logistic, transportation, have to be changed from the old-fashioned one to be 5G. The fourth one will be the whole city. That means the smart city will be installed a lot of new sensor and the new IoT. The last one will be on university, on the campus, will be comply with the new IoT. You will see that all 5 discipline area will be enforced to change and using the new IoT, the new sensor, and using the 5G. Repeat again, 5G is not telecom. Repeat again, 5G is not telecom. It is communication. It is much more than telecom. Telecom is more likely misleading the people to be only the voice, not for anything else. But now the voice will be only 5%. The other 95% will be on the data. So that the keyword is the data. And data require the big bandwidth. The big bandwidth cannot run on the 4G. We have to run on the 5G only. And the next one is any business transaction that will happen, it will happen on the 5G. As simple as that. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, to be Dr. Audi, to add to your point, Dr. Rajasekaran, like in the IT services right now, India is excelling in the global level, and marching forward, like we are having the Philippines, which is following the India. And after this COVID, we are not sure how the situation is going to change because this has impacted globally in many other ways. Like, starting as you were mentioning in the introduction slide, the call centers and other things have had a very big serious turbulences during this COVID. So the similar way is happening with India and Philippines and all the other countries also. So we have to keep, exhibit a little bit more of patience enough to see how it is going to happen in the next few months. Probably like in the January 2021, we'll be able to give a new figure like who is going to be emerging in the IT sector, and like after the beginning of the next financial year, probably in the month of April, we'll come to know a very clear picture like who is going to emerge in the IT sector. So whether India is going to regain it, or whether Philippines is going to overtake India, or Thailand is going to beat India. So all these matches are like, it's a highly suspense game right now. So we are expecting the outcomes next year. Thank you, Dr. Rajasekaran.
Allow me to add
Thank you, sir.
from Dr. Krishna. We, Thailand, are not accepted the 5G in the old-fashioned way. We are not. So that the old-fashioned way is from Nokia, Ericsson, and Huawei. We are not going to welcome them. We will be comply with the American standard, which they call Open RAN. O-R-A-N. RAN stands for Radio Access Network. It's the national standard in the US. In the whole world, only 36 countries has implemented 5G. 35 countries using Open RAN. Only one country, China, using the old tradition one by Huawei. So that we reject the old technology of 5G. That's the first thing. Second thing, the new Open RAN is run by American company named Mawiner, M-A-V-E-N-I-R. Repeat, M-A-V-E-N-I-R, mawiner.com. We will adopt that in Thailand, and we adopt that as our national standard, and we will be using that throughout Thailand. As simple as that. So that you have to be on the top of the world. If you are not on the top of the world, it will be take a risk on the investment of the 5G. That's what I recommend India to pay attention, like what we did. I am decide to be the business partner with Mawiner now, with my company named Stern & Stewart. Now, we share 50% of my company with Mawiner, and we are going to use Mawiner run together with Cisco. The whole 35 countries in the world, Mawiner pair up with Cisco only. Cisco will be infrastructure of the network. Mawiner will be the platform of the 5G. Stern & Stewart will be linking on the endpoint to the every IoT together with Microsoft. All American company only, not the Chinese company, not Nokia or Ericsson either. Yes.
That's fantastic, Dr. Audi. So, shall we move forward for the next question? Next question, please.
Yes.
Hi, good morning, Audi. This is Another.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is the topmost engineering sector you are considering in Thailand will be the very good growth?
At this moment, close to half of Thai engineer is civil engineer, which is the most old-fashioned one. We have engineer registered in Thailand during the last 75 years. And about 45% is civil engineer. So that we are more likely the world class of construction. In India, we have 5 or 6 companies from Thailand who now employ as EPC contractor to build the SkyTrain, to build the Sky Road, and that's what we are good at. With the digital knowledge, they are poor. We need to get all civil engineers in Thailand using many apps. We have planned more than 100 apps for registered professional engineer of civil engineer to use that app alone. That's what it is. The second one is going to be the mechanical engineer The third one will be electrical engineer. The fourth one will be industrial engineer. Yes, that's what the presently the situation in Thailand are. Yes, can you hear me?
That's great. Thank you, Eddie.
The next question, the next last question, please. Okay, that's fine. I think the people are very much contented with your speech, Dr. Audi. So, like, before concluding, I would like to thank everyone who were present in this session today. And very thanks a lot for your valuable time. And, I know you are very busy. I know that, getting hold of you over the phone itself is how very difficult for me. So now, I was glad enough to see that, you are here along with us. And, that's how I'm happy, quite happy with you. And thanks a lot, Dr. Audi, and thanks a lot for all the participants who were as a part of this session today. So we are, looking forward for your tomorrow's participation also. Tomorrow, the Dad's Little Princess of Dr. Audi will be speaking tomorrow, Dr. Chieanchuang Kalayanamitr. And probably tomorrow I'll be able to see. I'll be glad enough to meet you all back again. Thank you all. Thank you for all of your participation.
Sure.
Have a good day. Stay safe. Yes, Dr. Audi.
Add the last sentence. Tomorrow will be more exciting from the dragon woman named Shannon. She now running about 1.1 billion US dollar fund together with the total world. I think you will see why that little girl of mine can be more success than me, because she always using and threat me by using the word, "Dad, what is your business model? If you don't have it, I don't want to talk to you." That's the one. I want you to be more enjoyable with her on the business model. That's what her demands are. It's more exciting than today, though.
Definitely. We are also eagerly waiting for her tomorrow, for her speech tomorrow. So thank you, Dr. Audi. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Stay safe. See you all back tomorrow again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Okay, bye-bye.